Hello all. I hope today is going well. Today we have a lesson on direct object pronouns and what they are completely. So yes, this is the PowerPoint created by Señor Castillo again. So first we will start off with trabajo de campana, which is bell work. And then, so we have two questions that are listed. So at this time, if you'll, I'll ask that you pause the video and that you go and open up a Google Docs and type your answers to these two questions in your Google Docs. So this will be your entrance / exit slip. So this will be the entrance slip. And like I said, take about 6 to 8-ish minutes to complete this. Answer these two questions. Of course, if you get it quicker, you can resume the video. The two questions are ¿Qué son direct object pronouns? And then question 2 is ¿Me pueden dar un ejemplo? If you'll please answer those on the Google Docs and then set that Google Doc or minimize that Google Docs and continue on with the lesson. Right now will be a good time to pause it, answer these questions. Come back to the video once you have done so. So for this lesson, these are the standards that have been created for the lesson. I can request and provide information and conversations on familiar topics by creating sentences that allow for direct object pronouns to be utilized. I can discuss information that I have done with dismissing the noun and applying a direct object pronoun. I can identify the difference between using a direct object pronoun and know when to apply it to a text that permits a noun to be excluded. So like I stated previously, this is the direct object pronouns section of the lesson that we're going to get into by Señor Castillo. These are the objectives for this lesson. The first objective is use direct object pronouns that relate to vocabulary being utilized. Use vocabulary to discuss what a student can do by omitting and using the direct object pronoun. Use information that relates to one's food and life sustainability vocabulary. And the last one is complete tasks that allow for students to create and verbally propose sentences that display students' knowledge on direct object pronouns. And we'll refer back to these objectives at the end. So yes. So we have the meme of the day, or meme del día. Of course, here we have two memes. I always like to do these to kind of maybe break the ice or just have a little laugh. So the first one says, si car es auto, or car es auto, y man es hombre, entonces mi tía Carmen es un transformer. So it says, if car is to auto and man is to man or hombre, entonces then my Aunt Carmen is a transformer. Thought that was a funny one. And the second one, it says, ¿Qué hace un pez? And then nada. What does a fish do? And nada is a word that is can be used either way. It depends on what way you're going to use it. So we have nada as in swim or nada as in nothing. In this case, it's used as swim, but it can be kind of tricky. So those are the two memes of the day. So this one, so again, ¿Qué son los direct object pronouns? Direct object pronouns are pronouns that stand in nouns when it is clear or who or what is being talked about and safe having to repeat the noun. Sorry. Example, I have lost my glasses. Have you seen my glasses? In that case, it's very redundant in the example. It allows for the redundancy to be left out and allows for more of a clean, precise, direct sentence to be created. So in English, we wouldn't say I have lost my glasses. Have you seen my glasses? You would say I have lost my glasses. Have you seen them? And in that case, it would be the same way in Spanish. It would be, he perdido mis lentes, los has visto. And it's just an easier way for it to be simplified so that so that they're not, it's not over redundant. The direct object pronoun usually comes before the verb. And there are other special, there are other special cases that that this isn't the case, but in this 9 out of 10 times the direct object pronoun usually direct object pronoun comes before the verb. So right here we have a chart. So here we have me. So now we go down this list. And these are what our direct object pronouns are going to be. So if you would take notes during this section, you should already have your, if you would like a piece of paper, if you would like to do it on a separate Google Docs from the first one we did for the entrance slip, because the entrance slip we're going to turn in at the very end. But the notes will be for you to keep. So at this time, I would recommend you to write the me, you, him, her, us, you, vosotros, or the vosotras form, them, masculine, and them, feminine. So for the me the me section is going to be equivalent to me. Please forgive me. I'm writing on my computer. So if it's not perfect, do not, just forgive me. So the you one is going to be equal to te. The him for the direct object is going to be lo. The her is going to be la. The us is going to be nos. Well, it's like a 5. Please forgive me. The you in the vosotros form is going to be os. The them masculine is going to be los. Los. I just realized that I erased the whole thing, so we'll go back and we'll redo them. And then the them feminine is going to be las. Go back and do that really quick. Me, te, lo, la. Oh no. Nos. And then os. Okay, makes sense. I'll give you a couple seconds to copy that down so that you have that chart available to you, so that you know that what direct object so that you know what direct object pronouns are. Okay, so let's clear that out. Okay, perfect. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so now we have word order with the direct object pronouns. This is very important because we want to make sure that the order of how we have placed our pronoun within the sentence correlates and makes sense within the sentence itself. If it doesn't, then the word order is going to be out of order, and you're not going to have a sentence that makes sense. Okay, so with the word order, with direct object pronouns, there's going to be some do's and don'ts here. So I would definitely take notes about this slideshow. So when a verb and a direct object pronoun are combined, the second to last vowel needs to have an accent. In orders and instructions telling someone to do something, the pronoun joins onto the end of the verb to form one word, like the first bullet. So an example, help me, ayúdame. it should be the third to last vowel. I'm sorry. That was a mistake. Let me see if I can do that. Please put that in your notes. Third. Okay. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so third. And so if you see here, we have the we have the first syllable, the second syllable, and the third. So you count from the back forward. Yes. Well, actually, okay, so it's third if you're counting backwards, two if you count forward. So it is correct. Okay. So it's the second, apologies. You're counting from the beginning, so it's the second syllable. So in this one is the U. But if you're counting from the back, it's the third syllable. In orders and instructions telling someone not to do something, the pronoun does not join onto the end of the verb. Example, don't touch them. No los toques. Okay. So if it's negative, do not add the direct object pronoun to the conjugated verb. And you're not able to do that. It has to be negative, the direct object pronoun followed by the verb. Example, ¿preparaste el postre? No, no lo preparé. ¿Preparaste el postre? No, no lo preparé. See how here it's asking a question and then it was answered with no, using a direct object pronoun. No, I didn't prepare it. In this case, the direct object pronoun was in front of the conjugated verb. If a conjugated verb is followed by an infinitive or a present participle, the direct object pronoun can be also attached to the end of the infinitive or participle. In this case, we have an example, lo estoy comiendo is equivalent to estoy comiéndolo. They're both the same sense. The only difference is you're able here to put their indirect object in front of estoy or estar, or you can combine it to the last or the gerund here. In this case, it's low, and as you see here, counting backwards, it's the third vowel. So 1, 2, 3, and it gained that the accent because it was combined to it. Now, like in this one, it's not combined to the gerund, and it's placed at the beginning. The direct object pronoun accent does not go anywhere on comiendo. And as I stated, they're both equivalent. It states as lo estoy comiendo y estoy comiéndolo. They're both I am eating. It's just by preference of which one you prefer to use. Okay. So I hope you got some notes off of that. So these are just some key points that I think are important to know, especially during this whole presentation. The Spanish direct object pronouns are, as we copied from the chart earlier, me, te, lo, la in the singular form, nos, os, los, y las in the plural form. So this is very important, and like I said, these are key points. These are some of those that you should be writing down. The object pronouns usually comes before the verb. This is something that's always, but there are special cases that if you would like to combine them to, in this case, like a gerund, you're able to do so. But majority of the times it's easier to place them in front and not have to worry about placing that accent mark. Object pronouns are joined to the end of the infinitive, gerunds, or verbs constructing someone to do something, as we had stated previously. So, and like in the last slide, we would say lo estoy comiendo or comiéndolo, estoy comiéndolo. In that case, you're telling someone I'm doing something. So in that case, you were telling someone I'm eating it. And so that you're able to either place it in the front, the direct object pronoun in the front, or you're able to place it at the end, combined with the infinitive or the gerund. But please do not forget, if you combine it with the gerund, that it needs the accent mark. Counting backwards, it is the third vowel. Okay. This one right here, if an infinitive or a gerund follows another verb, you can choose whether to add the object pronoun to the end of the infinitive or gerund, or to put it before the first verb. Okay, I'm gonna read that one again because that is important, and I definitely recommend you should write that one down. If an infinitive or gerund follows another verb, you can choose whether to add the object pronoun to the end of the infinitive or gerund to put it before the first verb. Okay. Our last key point is lo is sometimes used to refer back to an idea or information that has already been given. Okay. Lo is sometimes used to refer back to an idea or information that has already been given. Lo is usually used um, as we know, lo is masculine, but in this case, like it has stated, is to refer back to something that has already been given. Okay. So make sure you have these down. These are key points. Perfect. We're going to continue. So now we're going to have a little bit of practice. If you will go back to our Google Docs, and I'll show you our Google Docs quickly. There you'll have all the information that we need to, let me do the desktop really quickly. There will have we'll have all the information that we need to complete our activities. And so as we see here, we have this created the assignment, and you'll just go into the class and you'll hit classwork and you'll go down. So at the beginning, you've seen our entrance slip, our Excel pick art, and that is the next assignment that is follows. So once you do that, you'll go on there and you'll complete the Excel pick art. Please follow the instructions and complete the instructions first. Make sure that you read and understand them so that you can complete it correctly and turn it in to receive full credit. Once you do, I'm just opening this one up quickly so that you're able to see how the activity works. I did the very first one, and as an example, yo quiero el vestido, and to summarize that one to using a direct object pronoun, we can drop the noun and add in the direct object pronoun. In that case, lo quiero is the answer. And so as you see here, we have, if I were to delete that one, you don't see anything on your right side. So what we're going to type lo quiero. Okay. And then we see this little pick art on the side, like little specks starting to turn red, which means it is correct. So please follow that instructions right there, and then you will turn that back in once you finish. Okay. So right now would be a perfect time for you to pause and hit pause and to complete this assignment. Once you complete the assignment, please turn it in as we will move on to the next assignment. Okay. So pause the video and complete the assignment, and then come back to the video and resume. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to go to the next assignment. This is a quiz on word order of the direct object pronouns. This is also going to be on our quizzes, excuse me, on our Google Classroom. And it's going to be the second tab. If you'll click on it, read the instructions again, and then there's a link there attached. And once you complete that and you have a score, please turn that screenshot it and submit it back to me so that I'm able to give you a grade for that. Again, please read the instructions first, make sure that you understand the instructions, and then complete the assignment. Okay. So like I stated, make sure you got your Google Drive, your Google Classroom, click on the link and then complete it, screenshot it, submit that back. Once you do that, come back to this video and continue playing. So right now would be a good time to stop, complete, and then come back once you have finished. Perfect. Welcome back. So now we are on to our final assignment. This is a video. It's called No Lo Tengo by Señor Wooley's remake. This video is serves the purpose of for you all to be able to hear direct object pronouns in spoken Spanish. It allows you to think in a different magnitude and hearing direct object pronouns. So this video is available, but I have placed it in the Google Drive or Google Classroom, forgive me. And if you'll go down, it says what were the 3 direct object pronouns. Please make sure that you read the instructions first and you are clear with the instructions. And then if I would recommend that you create a Google Drive, a Google Docs, and put your 3 questions into it. If not, I have created this one as a question, and you may be able. Actually, it is. I've created it to be a short answer, so you're able to put your 3 direct object pronouns that you heard throughout the video. And I have put in an example into the instructions. Please make sure you're reading the instructions first so that you understand what is necessary to complete it and to receive a grade. All that is there for you to be successful and to turn that in effectively. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the slideshow again. Now would be a perfect time to refer back to that, to go to that video, complete that assignment. Once you've completed that, just hit submit on your 3 in the short answers section of that assignment. So pause this video and go complete that assignment. So now we're back at our objectives. I'm actually going to skip to the next slide and then we're going to come back to our objectives. So this is our exit slip. I know that we had started at the very beginning with an entrance slip. An entrance slip is a perfect way to see where you guys stand on the information that was taught. I would now I would refer back to that Google Docs that was created at the beginning with the entrance slip. I would do entrance slip, semicolon, or colon, excuse me, and then your answers. Now then I would do enter, exit slip, colon, and then your answers. I should have answered this earlier, but preferably I would like that you answer these in Spanish, but if you would like to practice, if not, English is accepted. I do accept English. So for this, I recommend now pause the video. I'm going to read these questions to you really quickly, pause the video and then answer them. And then we'll move back to our objectives. So the first question is, what was the Excel picture of when you completed the activity? ¿Qué es la importancia de usar los pronombres del complemento directo? And then what was your favorite thing about the lesson? Again, what was the Excel picture of when you completed the activity? ¿Qué es la importancia de usar los pronombres de completo directo? And what was your favorite thing about the lesson? So pause the video now, answer those questions on that same Google Docs, and then resume this video after you finish. So our last little section is the objectives. These are our objectives. Again, we had read them at the beginning of the lesson. I'm going to read over them one last time. Use direct object pronouns that relate to vocabulary being utilized. Use vocabulary to discuss what a student can do by omitting and using direct object pronouns. Use information that relates to one's food and life sustainability vocabulary. Complete tasks that allow for students to create and verbally propose sentences that display students' knowledge on direct object pronouns. With this now, at the bottom of that Google Docs that you created with your entrance and exit slip, I want you to do objectives, colon, and I want you to give me at least 2 to 3 sentences on with concrete evidence of how we have met our objectives. Please make sure that you do this. And then again, please make sure that you give concrete evidence, keyword there, concrete evidence to show that we have mastered our objectives. Again, please place that at the bottom of the Google Docs of the entrance and exit slip. Once you finish, you're able to turn in that Google Docs as a grade for the entrance and exit slip / objectives on the Google Classrooms. Okay. This is the conclusion of the presentation of the lesson. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. If you have any doubts or if you have any other questions about the assignments that are placed there, by all means do those. Please do those and email me. Please, if you would, again, if you have any questions or any concerns, please email me. I'm available, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoy this lesson. Adios.